Jesus said in Luke 12:27, he said, "Consider the lilies of the field. Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow." In fact, he said, go and look out. Go outside and look at the lilies of the field, how they grow. They neither toil nor they spin, but I tell you, not even Solomon, in all of his glory, was clothed like one of these. Our soul needs beauty. We have to feed ourselves beauty. The reason to go on vacation at times is not just to have time, although remember, we got to feed ourselves time, but it's to see things. You got to see things. You got to see what the beauty of creation. You got to see the beauty of this earth, the beauty that Jesus said, if you want to stop worrying, go outside. He literally tells us to go outside. Look at the birds, he says. Look at the birds of the air. Look at the stars. Look at the sky. Count the stars if you can count them. I mean, there's so much beauty if we just look for it. Look for the good. Look for the good. Your soul needs this. Your soul needs to see beautiful things. That's why cleaning your house is so important. It's not because you should be a perfectionist, but you should want to wake up to something that looks peaceful and beautiful. And that's why you should decorate. And that's why these things matter. People say, oh, nothing else matters except, whether Jesus is coming back tomorrow or not. Nothing else. And there are things that matter because beauty is God's great evangelist. Beauty is God's great evangelist. You can start with anybody. You can start a conversation with anybody about the gospel by starting with beauty. The soul needs beauty. The soul needs beauty. Why should you comb your hair, put makeup on, dress up even if you got nowhere to go? Dress up on Sunday morning to sit in your living room and watch the preaching and have church in your living room? Why? Because God wants you to value yourself enough to realize that you're best when you're at your most beautiful. And I don't mean like when you're young, I just mean when you realize that you are the thing of beauty that God made, and that you should be able to look at yourself and say, wow, God made something special when he made me. You might think that's egotistical. You might think that that's not humble. You might think that that's proud or arrogant. But it's really the most humble way to look in the mirror and say, God made me, and I'm beautiful because I'm his creation. And maybe this world has screwed up my beauty. Maybe my decisions have screwed up my beauty. But I am looking for the beauty in me, and I'm going to show beauty to others, and I'm going to show the beauty of others to them. This is what the soul craves, and this is what causes the soul. The lack of intentionally feeding the soul beauty is what causes the soul to crave illegitimate beauty. So let's feed ourselves the beauty that God gave us.